we were stuck with was starting in 1999 also, we lost about 1,400 jobs just in the city of Mullins. That's in a town of roughly 5,000 people. And then the tobacco quota was cut from a 1997 level of around 100%, where we were bringing in, you know, roughly $200 million a year into the local economy with the local farmers coming in and selling their tobacco, down to a 2004 level of around maybe $55 million in sales. So that's kind of a backdrop for our situation. We had 25 empty buildings on Main Street. And we went, the mayor, Wayne George, and several other leaders, went to visit with state and federal officials. A lady named Bonnie Ammons had a great idea. She's in the Grants Administration Program, and she said, why don't you try to take some of your empty buildings and turn them into downtown apartments? She said she knew the perfect person for that. His name was Dwayne Anderson, developer from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And so Dwayne came in the summer of '99 and started looking at different buildings that he thought would work for downtown apartments. He came up with a plan for 5 buildings centered around the old Anderson theaters. All those buildings were emptied. The roofs had fallen in on 2 of them. And so the Mullins Activation Committee, which is our local 501c3 nonprofit, bought those buildings. And then the city of Mullins went out and got grants. We were able to line up grants to turn those 5 empty buildings into 22 loft-style apartments and 4 new storefronts. That project took 4 years. It was completed July 2003, and the apartments were rented up by the end of November last year. They're really nice. 3 of the 4 storefronts are rented up, and with that growth with the Anderson Center, we had a boom in our downtown. We had new antique stores come in, and so now we only have 5 empty buildings instead of 25 that we had in 2000. So that's really been nice. Another thing that we've tackled is that we didn't have a technical college in Marion County. So our Mayor Wayne George, with other city officials, went and visited Florence-Darlington Tech President Dr. Charles Gould. This was 2 years ago, and suggested to him that we bring Florence-Darlington Tech and a campus to downtown Mullins. We got a grant from the Economic Development Administration, this EDA, and it's a branch of the United States Department of Commerce. That was for $200,000. We put that together with a low-interest loan from Anderson Brothers Bank, which is our local hometown bank in Mullins. And we were able to entice Florence-Darlington Tech, and we put a new roof on the building. We fixed the building starting last July 2003, had it ready for classes by the end of October, and had a grand opening November 6th of last year.
The room we're currently sitting in is considered our computer lab room. There are 18 computers that are in this room. We use this for computer labs. It's also utilized for English courses where people are doing research or typing papers for English type courses. We also have in the building another room that is a dual purpose room, has computers and it has tables set up for lecture. And then our very back classroom is set up for distance learning, which is where most of our classes are sent in by satellite to the students that are here. We have in the facility, which is the first venture that Dr. Gould had branched out on, is the cafe here in the facility, which the school actually owns the cafe. And in that area, there are computers that the public has public access to those computers. People have come in and they do job searches on those computers. They will check email. We've had some business people come in, maybe when their computer at work was down, they'd come in and do some of their email checking here. The community really comes in and sees what the school's about by coming to the cafe or using the internet cafe computers. And currently there's no charge for using those computers, so that makes it very advantageous for the community.
So I've been attending Florence-Darlington Tech for over going on 3 years now. And I was traveling to Florence for my classes since I started school. But recently, since they built this here, and it's more convenient with me due to the gas inflation and price, and it's a lot cheaper for me to come here to Mullins than to go to Florence. And I really enjoyed that a lot.
I think since the downtown revitalization has been completed, our citizens and visitors as well are excited. There's a sense of optimism for our community and the future of our community. We see more people in the downtown area. Obviously, when you've got folks living downtown and they're on the streets and in and out of the businesses. Just a lot of comments, more positive comments than I've heard about our area in the last several years. So I think it's really got folks feeling better about Mullins and maybe doing business in Mullins. A lot of our visitors that come from other areas to Mullins are very excited to see the changes and the stores to browse in, the nice restaurants to eat. So I think there's just a sense of optimism and good things to come from Mullins in the future.